Welcome back onto our website of Healing Aspirations. We're going to discuss the issue of peace on earth. Can it exist? We see efforts by the human civilization to create circumstances by which peace on earth could be maintained. Two obvious examples after World War I was the League of Nations, and after World War II, the United Nations. Has it produced a peaceful world? And sadly, you know, it has not. Can steps like this, in which governments try to contain the actions of people, be successful? And sadly, the answer is no, because people have a savage human mind, and their idea of peace is not to be threatened by anybody else, and to put them down if they do, and then we've got peace on earth. Unfortunately, this is a repeated pattern. It is never overthrown. It is never accomplishing the concept of a world in which people live in love and harmony with each other. And sadly, it can't be. Well, what does this mean? Is this the only option, the only alternative? How will we ever find peace, love, care? Not in this world, from this mind. It cannot be. Those of us who are trying to help God bring peace into this world, and the world into a state of peace, do so by helping others to obtain the same awareness as our own mind, in which we know we must give up the human state. We must give up the human state, because the human state never changes. It does not. It doesn't give up its survival orientation. And it will kill anybody who tries to be able to interfere with a state of safety. We will do anything to make sure we survive. And thus we make war with each other, and we make war upon ourselves, because we are suppressing our true love of God and of God's oneness with ourselves. It cannot be. But what can be is that people are becoming aware of the fact that there is the option. Increasingly, God has been able to reach more and more people to be aware that they're already healed. And the way that it's shown to them is that they experience the healed state within them, in which there is peace, love, care, concern for others, and the want to help others to give up that savage human state in which there is no safety and just misery and threat that goes on in it, because we don't recognize our own godliness and we don't recognize the godliness of others. But it is to go into a new state of existence that is the answer. Bringing peace into this world means bringing peace into you, that you are now a person who helps other people accomplish what you are accomplishing. That there is a peaceful, loving demonstration of the qualities of the divinity as you and as them, and which they yearn to be able to find, because the world of unsafety, of lack of safety, the world of resentment, of loneliness, of desperation, of feeling a lack of belongingness, is overcome by your becoming aware you are a godly being, and all you want to live by is the love of oneness with each other, where there are no threats and no fears. And that means that God must make you aware that is inside you and is a choice to be able to gather up and want it by letting God come to your aid. It's the only way peace comes into this world is through you. The only way is that it comes through each one of us as individuals, because we have thrown off the belief that peace can come in the human state when it is proved over and over and over again that it cannot be. It's not possible. And the place of peace is apart from this world. It's only in this world as a demonstration to you that it exists, but you will not want to stay in this human state as a joyful alternative state to be able to live from. You will only stay in this state to help other people recover the peace, which is the answer to the anguish, the misery, the lostness, the loneliness of the human state. It's the answer to it, and you now know that that can be reached, and it is in a state that is different from this human existence. That's where peace comes from, because that peace exists within your soul. It does not exist within your human mind. But you are capable of getting there by asking God's help to be able to get there when you realize there has to be some kind of alternatives, maybe a desperation that's in it. Whatever it is possible to bring peace into you, that you can go through anything once you know you are an eternal spirit and you are loved, which is the only truth about you, that going through that state is what peace on earth means. Peace is brought into each individual that is here in order to let go and let God do God's job with you, which is to return you to the awareness of that peace within you and the option of the state in which it exists. That's how it's done, to bring peace into the world of God's peoples here one by one, in order to bring God's people back into the world of peace. Are you following that? Now, if you have questions on it, it's not clear, or I've not been able to make it clear to you, don't hesitate to ask questions on this website or going on to our regular website, the Christian Laity Foundation.org, L-A-I-T-Y, laity, Christian Laity Foundation.org, and emailing or calling. There's phone numbers that you can reach by. There's the regular mail, whatever you're comfortable with. And we're glad to be able to entertain your thoughts, your concerns that you would wish to be further addressed. And I give you the pleasure, as well as knowing that you're one with a lot of others who are coming on to this website. It's been increasing month after month, and we are so glad that you're doing this, so glad that this is the proof of God working within you in order to be able to accomplish this. Don't hesitate to be in touch. Thank you.